What's good, YouTube? My name is The Ambassador, and we are back on some For Honor. But for today's video, is going to be a little bit different than normal, okay? Today, I'm going to be showing you guys how to get better and play at a high level on For Honor in the year of 2023. All right, it's a new year, and we want to make sure we're coming out with new strategies and better fighting techniques and all that kind of stuff. So without further ado, I'm gonna get right into it. So let me just explain how this video is gonna go. I am going to give an example of a tip and something that you should implement into your game. I'm going to explain how to do it, and I'm going to show footage of me attempting to use that on the AI in training. And then right after that, I'm going to show you a clip of me fighting someone in real life, a real opponent, implementing that exact same technique. And I'm going to give you guys a few tips that's really going to help sharpen your game if you're already experienced, or really get you kick-started on For Honor Battlefield if you're just starting. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So the first thing is light parries. As many of you know, parrying lights is one of the most efficient ways to absolutely dominate your opponent in For Honor. But what I want to do is I want to show you guys a specific strategy on how to parry lights, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you and show you on the AI, but what you need to do, especially when you're fighting real people, is memorize a pattern. Because guys, most of the times, people have a pattern when it comes to their light attacks, okay? So they'll usually start off their combos to the right, or start off their combos to the top, or start off their combos to the left. Now, the AI does a good job of mixing things up, but as you can see here, I parried 2 of his lights in a row because I'm noticing the pattern. You see that? I see that he's ready to do a light at the top, and I parry it, okay? Parrying lights is much easier than you guys think. As you can see, I just parried like 4 in a row. So that's on the AI, and now we're gonna cut to me fighting an opponent in real life.
Round 5.
Okay guys, now the next one is for free damage. Now, this is for your more high level players, okay? And it's not a crazy tip, but what I want to show you guys is to feint your heavies. Not so that you can get an attack, but just to see the defense of your opponent, guys, because you need to understand the defensive tendencies of whoever you're fighting, okay? So if I'm fighting this guy and I feint a heavy and I see him do a light attack, I know that he's gonna be trying to parry my lights. And so what does that tell me? That tells me that I can let my heavies fly, because he's going to hit his attack button too early, and he's going to get hit by my heavy, okay? And so if you feint your heavy and they don't budge, now you know that they're not going to parry your lights, most likely, and you can just hit them with light attacks, okay? Guys, this is one of the best tips on this video, I'm telling you right now, because people who are people who are obsessed with parrying lights, you can get so much free damage by just doing heavy attacks, guys. I'm telling you right now. So just feint your heavies and you will see what your opponents are trying to do 9 times out of 10, okay? Remember, if you feint your heavy and you see them do a light attack immediately, just know that you can start throwing your heavies. If you feint your heavy and they don't react at all, just know that you should really throw lights. And of course you can mix it up, but guys, that is one of the best tips on this video. And now I'm going to cut to showing you this example on a real opponent. I parried that nonsense, garbage. All right, guys, we were goofing around for a bit. I was trying to get a clip for you guys, but I'm gonna demolish this dude. He likes to feint his top heavy. We're gonna destroy this guy right here, right now. So yeah, guys, once you read your opponent, it's really all over. You'll be able to feint heavies and get the guard break. You'll be able to destroy your opponent. You mix up some combos so that whenever you start to change the combos, they're not ready for it. It's a prime example right there. Okay, guys, now this next tip is for guard breaking your opponents, okay? Now, Guard breaking your opponents is absolutely critical because it gives you a free heavy attack, and that will allow you to take a lot of life off of your opponent. Now, when you do this, guys, you're going to want to do one or two things. You're going to want to, really, you're only going to want to do one thing. You're going to want to catch your opponent off guard. An easy way to do this is when your opponent hits heavy attacking a lot, okay? Because a guard break, if done early enough, will beat out a heavy attack, okay? So that's one. The second thing is probably the most useful tip is to get your opponent used to a certain style of fighting, okay? So if I do a light and then I do a heavy, right? And I throw that maybe twice. Then they're gonna try to start parrying my heavy. You understand what I'm saying? So when I do the heavy next time, I'm gonna cancel and go into a guard break. Now I have a free heavy attack, guys. So the main thing you want to do when it comes to guard breaking is throw your opponent off guard. Remember, get them used to a certain style of offense, so now they think that you're predictable, and then the next time you do it, feint your heavy attack, and you have a free guard break. All right? Now I'm gonna show you an example of this in real life. Not real life, but an actual opponent. Gosh, why am I facing run 181?
RJ Hampton. I believe this is the most important thing. This is what I do use all my free time for. Is study. Oh, that guy helped so hard. I had RJ wide open. I didn't make the read fast enough. Let me see. There's no way the computer just can run full speed at the speed of light, bro. Like, look at where he is, bro.
All right, guys, so the next tip is going to be maximizing your punishes, okay? You're going to want to do this on whatever character you have. The easiest way to do this is type in on YouTube the name of your character and type in punishes or max punishes. Now, what I want to show you, especially for Warlord, is my top heavy. Notice how on the bottom right, it only says it does 24 damage. Now, when I do my side heavy, it does 27. So, automatically, whenever I guard break somebody and I throw them into a wall splat, no matter what character you're on, you're going to get a free heavy that does the most damage. For a lot of characters, it just varies depending on characters. Some characters it's top heavy, other characters it's side heavy. So you're going to want to know your punishes, guys, so that you can maximize this damage, okay? One more time for an example, free side heavy, okay? It's unblockable. You have to do it right when they hit the wall, though, okay? Okay, now, guys, the last tip I have is to know your kits, okay? Every character has a different kit. They have a lot of moves, and they have different punishes. Some have undodgeable attacks. Some have unblockable attacks. Some have bashes. Others have crushing counters. Guys, you want to utilize your moveset to the fullest. That does not mean that you have to use every move. If you find yourself trying to use your character's entire kit, you're going to outdo yourself. You're going to be focused on too many things, and you're most likely going to end up losing the fight, guys. So usually, you just want to focus on what's most important on your character and what allows you to fight the most efficient and deal the most damage in the shortest amount of time, okay? So, for example, when I am Warlord, let's see, turn my stamina back on and turn my opponent's stamina back on. So when I'm Warlord, I have things like this bash to throw people off, right? If they were used to me doing this bash a couple times, what's going to happen is next time I go forward, they're going to side dodge, and now I guard break them, throw them into the wall, and we use the tip from earlier and max punish. Okay, guys? So you want to know your kit. Warlord also has crushing counters that he can use that will help me get easy damage on my opponent. So for instance, when he does a heavy attack, all I have to do is do a light attack in the same direction, and I can do a crushing counter as so. You see? So you have to know your kit, guys. I also have an all block, and I have punishes out of that. So as I said, it's just very imperative to know your kit so you can maximize the damage that you're doing. Okay?
Victory!
All right, guys, so the last tip in For Honor is just to simply be patient, okay? You want to be patient when fighting your opponents, and you want to take time to get their habits down, to get all the things that we talked about down as you're approaching your opponent and fighting your opponent. What this does, guys, is it eliminates the guessing game. It eliminates the randomness that you often face when you're fighting people online. Okay? So if you're patient, you will understand your opponent's tools. I mean, you will understand your opponent's habits, and you'll be able to destroy them a lot easier. And again, like we said earlier, utilize your entire kit. So you just saw me do it against the AI, and now I'm going to show you the same thing in real life.
Victory!
So, guys, it's important to read your opponent, right? This guy loves the backflip, and he likes to either bash or dodgeable attack. And he also loves to feint his heavies for guard breaks. So we can't throw heavies back, or else he's going to get us. He's going to get us to do exactly what he wants us to. So as you guys can see, this guy, he guard breaks all the time. He literally guard breaks all of the time. He's feinting all of his heavies for guard breaks. So what we're going to do next round is probably absolutely destroy him. We're not going to parry any lights because he doesn't really throw lights, okay? We're going to throw heavies because he tries to parry lights, and we are going to punish him that way. As I said, we're probably going to destroy him.
Victory!
And yeah, as I said, we destroyed him. So the key is just to be patient, guys. This guy only got one round on me, and that was before I was able to analyze his fighting style. You have to be patient, and you have to make those adjustments. Be patient and learn your opponent. Simple as that, guys.